up, man? Chris, somebody checking in, man, back with the blog, man. Make sure that like button and subscribe button anyway, and I appreciate all the support. Salute to everybody. It's like 1 in the morning on a Thursday. I'm about to shoot this blog real quick. I just watched Calico and Shotgun Suge. I want to give my thoughts on that. Go watch that battle if you haven't watched it. Try to help out, run the numbers up, all that good stuff. But, you know, a couple of things I want to say about that battle. Before that, I want to talk about, you know, something Smack did. Smack did an interview. We went down with M3S3 and went down to, I think, Miami and did an interview. Shout out to Fred and the whole team. And he had a lot to say. Of course, the Kiss the Ring comment came up. And, you know, this is what he said, man. Let's get into it, man.
Kiss the Ring.
Oh, man.
That clip went viral, right? And you said a whole lot before you said that. What were you truly saying when you said that?
Kiss the ring, like, you know what I mean? Pay homage. We put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into, like, you know what I'm saying, what we have. It could never be disrespected. It's too much blood. It's too much sweat. It's too much tears. Like, to violate or disrespect that is disrespectful in any way, shape, or form to me. You know what I'm saying? And my brothers. Everybody put, you know what I mean, this URL shit on their back. All the real ones do. We built this shit from nothing. From the dirt, from the mud. You gotta respect the gangster. I'm spearheading it, yeah, because, you know what I'm saying, it started in here. I ain't never gonna let anybody disrespect the exception of what this is. And, you know what I mean, anybody and everybody, they got just want to kiss that motherfucking ring.
When you did the Kiss the Ring thing, do you feel like that's like an ego thing?
It could look like that. I can see that. I'm in my ego too. I'm allowed to, I'm human. I'm allowed to, you know what I mean, celebrate my contributions. You know what I mean? That's like me not loving my child. It's not just me. When I say Kiss the Ring, it's just like the movement inside itself. Beasley, it's Chico, it's Lux, it's Mook, it's Tay-Rock, it's...
Let me just say this. Obviously, Eazy wasn't going to actually get down and kiss the ring. Smack wasn't going to be like, yo, I want you to get on your knees and kiss the ring. It is an ego thing, and it is, you know, to some people it can come off as disrespectful. I definitely see that. One thing I will say, and I said this earlier when I was doing the Organic and J Mills blog earlier, Smack doesn't have any competition really anymore now. So he can kick his feet up. He can tell niggas, if you want to get a check and you want to battle on URL, you're going to have to kiss the ring and do what the fuck I need you to do. None of this disrespectful shit and coming back to the platform and all this kind of stuff. And I think he's holding his ground a little bit more because as of right now, they're not really trying to book Twerk. As of right now, it's been a long time since we've seen K-Shine on that platform. We probably will see him back at some point in time. Long time since we've seen Eazy. Maybe he'll make it back at some point in time, maybe. But I think right now, I'm not saying TBL is done because I'm hearing that they might be doing a tournament in a few months that involves men. And it's going to be like a pretty big tournament, but I don't really know a whole lot about that as of right now, but I'm hearing little bits and pieces, but we don't really know what's the next TBL event. Obviously, no RBE. Obviously, King of the Dot is hit or miss. If there's no competition, then it's just what I said about Walmart. If I'm the only Walmart on the block, then I can charge $8 for a loaf of bread and you can't do shit about it. You got to drive 40 miles down the road to get you some to pull up to a 7-Eleven or a Citgo or BP gas station or whatever, and you got to try to find some bread that's cheaper. And I have the ability to do that because one of the things that allowed people to get back on URL other than just the relationships is that Smack needed some of these battlers. He needed to pull some of the competition away from other leagues. So if he fell out with a Hitman, fell out with a K-Shine, fell out with a Rex, fell out with an Ill Will, fell out with this person, it kind of was good if you could bring them back to the platform, pull them away from RBE, pull them away from King of the Dot, and get them back on URL. As of right now, it's just battle on URL, and that's it. To keep it real with you, I'm not saying there won't be no more leagues. We say this every year. There's leagues that pop up. There's somebody to come around and do some events and everything. It's been happening ever since I got out of jail. I've been seeing like leagues, Chrome 23, TBL, Riot, all these leagues. None of these leagues was around before I got locked up. You get out of jail, niggas is doing events and doing big battles. You got Calico League, you got T-Tops League. Everybody has found a way to somehow throw a main event battle, but at the end of the day, URL really doesn't have any competition right now. When you don't have the competition, you can freeze people out. And people like Eazy, people like K-Shine, people like some of these other people, it's like, yo, I'm not trying to make up with you niggas. You niggas gonna either figure out a way to make up with me or I'm cool on you. And that's what I see going down with Smack right now with the whole Kiss the Ring comments. I think he's realizing that we're the last people standing and we don't have to conform to nobody because we are battle rap. We didn't stood the test of time. If niggas want to fuck with the battle rap culture, they have to fuck with us. We the only ones still here. Everybody then came and went. And now if you want to have a battle and you want to utilize your talent, you have to hit the URL stage. And you pretty much do have to hit the URL stage right now if you want to get, you know, talked about in this culture and have like any kind of big battles moving forward. So I feel a lot of the ego part in what he's saying now. I feel a little bit of the ego in what he's saying now may have a little bit to do with the fact that he's the last Mohican, man. URL is the last Mohican, last people standing.
You know what I mean? Everybody.
No reason for saying, which was a topic about Eazy the Block Captain. Because when they specifically asked about Eazy the Block Captain, this is what he said.
So do you think the business on both ends can ever be amended?
On what?
Or do you think that there can ever be a sit down and possibly look past this in a minute? We may see Eazy again on your.
Oh, you talking about Eazy? I'm not even thinking about Eazy. Like I was lost. Like
You say Kiss the Ring. That's what we thinking about.
Yeah. But it's not just directly to him. It's no beef for Eazy. You know what I mean? He made a decision for his career at the time that he felt that was best for him. It wasn't in my favor. I didn't agree with, you know what I mean, the decision that he made. You never know what anybody going through at that time of their life or what they got going on in their life to actually, you know what I mean, judge their situation for any decisions that they make. Disrespect after that is really kind of like why we kind of like, you know what I mean, separated. We got a lot of history together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got some classic moments, you know what I'm saying? That's it. Like, you know what I mean? We kind of fell out and we went our different ways. He's over there, we over here. This ain't no bash Eazy campaign. I don't bash nobody. It's just a personal situation with us that I just didn't like or approve of. You know, nobody contacted each other. He didn't reach out to my team, and you know what I mean, my team didn't reach out to him. You know what I mean? He got my number.
With everything you just said, I guess it's safe to assume that, you know, in the future, there's a chance he can come back.
I wouldn't say that. I don't know. We got to have conversation.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not just up to me. I have partners. I have family that didn't take kindly of the things that, you know what I'm saying, happened or transpired. Like I said, he got to holler at Surf. He got to holler at Rock. He got to holler at Chico, Beasley, Lux, Luke. He got to holler at the app game. He got to holler at the culture.
All right. So every time I hear Smack talks, I always feel like there is a path for Eazy to come back to URL. I don't think Eazy will come back to URL at least in 2026. I'm not saying he won't battle. He may battle next year on URL. I think we're gonna learn a lot about Eazy right now in this whole Remy Ma situation. We obviously know that a lot of the reasons why he probably been able to battle Swamp and battle Clips and battle Goods and battle Disaster and all this, it's not him putting up his own money. It's not him creating all this money from his league. It's Remy Ma booking the battles and pretty much sending out deposits and then paying Eazy. And then, you know, that was her artist. That's who she was managing. And then basically all the battles were going on Chrome and they were making the money back and making money from pay-per-view and all this kind of stuff. And that's what was going on. If you don't have that, then when you want to battle a Tay-Rock or battle somebody, you're going to have to send out damn near 50% of the deposit. Like, you going to book Tay-Rock, you probably going to want at least 30 or 40 grand or something to battle Eazy. You're going to send them like 20 racks as a deposit. I don't really think or know, I don't know Eazy's complete finances. I don't really know if he has that kind of money to send out to book the battle. So Remy Ma was doing that. We're going to learn very soon, because it's about, we're halfway throughout the year, what battles Eazy battles in this year, because I don't know any battles he got lined up and we're halfway through the year. So hopefully he battles. I want to see Eazy battle. I like watching Eazy battle. So hopefully those battles happen. You know, I'm always for Eazy and Serve, Eazy and Rock, Eazy and Big K, Eazy and Arsenal, all this kind of stuff. But I don't know if they'll happen on Trenches or Chrome 23. Maybe another league got to figure out a way to get the money up and book it. And I don't necessarily know. But with that being said, I do feel like I don't like Eazy's live, because he was kind of like, he could have just took the high road on the Smack Kiss the Ring shit and just made a behind the scenes phone call. But it does look like Smack is at least willing. And I said this earlier that that Eazy was going to have to talk. He already talked to Surf. He was going to have some type of conversation with Rock, bro. That's what I'm hearing is that, like, you got to talk to the General. You got to talk to Beasley. You got to talk to Chico. Or maybe you just got to talk to maybe just one person in URL in terms of Smack, Chico, and Beasley. But they're going to talk together. But also making sure Surf and Rock are cool, because that's really why you're going over there is to battle. And you ain't going over there to battle Eunice and Kid Slade. All that shit is cool, but at the end of the day, you battling real sick. That's not why you going over there. If Rock and Surf are not going to battle you, ain't no sense in going back to URL. So there has to be some conversation. We going to bring this nigga back, and these are the battles he's having. Are y'all comfortable battling him if we bring him back? Because ain't no sense in us bringing him back if y'all niggas ain't going to ever battle him. So I do feel like there has to be some okay. And, you know, to a lot of y'all might be like, I mean, it's too much for Eazy to go. Fuck that shit. Why would Eazy go through all that? I don't know. We might be at a crossroads or where, you know, niggas is trying to figure out their money, or maybe Eazy just say fuck this battle rap shit and just be done with it. I don't really know. Hopefully he's made enough money, he can transition and do other things in his life and stuff like that. So we'll see. But I want to see him battle more, and hopefully he can battle. Now, I just watched Calico and Shotgun Suge.
You remember you came to Jersey? You ain't even die for the bread. We let you get money, we let you fuck bitches, we even let you lie on no red. Right. Now you... On my mama, that was the truth. You done enough. We let you get money, fuck bitches, we even let you lie on no red. So you wait 15 years to get mad at what I did? You remember we was in Atlanta, I let you play Madden at my crib? You was like, you my brother, you was like, you my brother, Suge, from another mother, Suge. We even started our own gang called the Brotherhood. You remember? Me, you, Sue, Ars, Hitman, it was everybody. Together we started the battle rap Illuminati. So how we get here? Back then you niggas treated me like a mid-tier. And I expect you to know where the back door is because you live here.
Audio is not good. I do think Suge won the battle, which now the battle was like 1-1 because I got Calico winning the first battle. I think Suge won this battle right here. Suge had some nice lines in that first round. I promise you 30, but this 40 trying to stat chase. I like that bar. Cal, you lame as fuck. As long as it's forfeit, I'm gonna win just for showing up. Everybody know you can't count on Cal with his weight on the line. He had little slick stuff on there. Calico had, you know, using a lot of Detroit references, some Detroit stuff. First round was pretty cool. The ARP shit was slick. It'd be interesting to see. ARP's probably making like 3 blogs right now responding to that. We'll see if ARP addresses that at all.
ARP, but this ain't RBE. ARP tried to play me like 5K ain't no cheese. Real hustler. But when it comes to being a real nigga, I'll probably lead the league. That nigga mad because he said it was going to be that and it was this. He just like you, Suge. He went back on his words just like a hypocrite. It must be some shit in the contract for an argument he can win because he keep talking about paperwork and I'm talking about what was said. I remember what prompted me to take that weak-ass show-off battle. Cal, it's not going to be promoted. We ain't going to know none of the biz. If you ain't ready, you can even push it back, and that's what I did, nigga. Now how they gonna take that? Hold on. Now how they gonna take that? Because these people sitting in here waiting for a real punch, and I just keep talking about the fake smack. Oh my God.
But the shit was slick you said about ARP. I'm not gonna lie, that was, you know, especially with the fake smack, that was a slick little punchline. But I got Suge winning the first round. The second round, Suge choked in round 2, which was disappointing. I thought he was trying to speed through his round and everything. He choked in the second round. But Cal, bro, you was doing all right in your second round, and it was like, well, you know, Suge choked, so it should be an easy win for you. But in your second round, there's a very distinguishing point in your second round where you damn near didn't remember where you were either, and you just started freestyling.
Keep on him and throw this right. You own a boxing league. Now you know that ain't right. What type of nigga own a combat sport and he can't fight? What? I've been done with all the hype. Let the reaper take your soul trying to run off with my ice. Nigga, this is real life. This ain't Grand Theft Auto, bitch. It's real life. Beasley told me not to pay-per-view. He say these niggas stealing now. I say these niggas been stealing. It just used to be my style. Tell him we in the back counting the money, it's gonna be a while. Got caught with the blick, told the lawyer bail me out tomorrow. I gotta battle Swamp. Showed up with no shoestrings and some dirty Timbs. Wow. Fresh out of jail, on bail for the crib.
You started freestyling and just talking about what your height like and just making up shit on the spot. You could tell you was freestyling. You really jumped in your clips bag to save the round. And it was trash, bro. I'll be real with you. That second half of your round when you was doing what's your life like and what your height like, you were just pulling shit out of nowhere. Third round, I got Suge one in the third. I thought Suge had some nice stuff in there talking about, you know, you ain't never did no, I did more, I hooked up with more Detroit legends than you and, you know, and stuff like that. I ain't never seen you in the studio with Cash Doll and different stuff you was saying.
And you always talking like you shooting movies in Detroit. Man, I ain't never seen you on U-Code. I don't live out of fear, nigga. That's why I'm here, nigga. You want the credit for bringing me to Detroit, you weird nigga. But when I took that pic with Trick, you wasn't even there, nigga. When I took that pic with Trick, you wasn't even there, nigga. And that's a fact. Shout out to Arsenal and Snoop Dogg for bridging the gap. I couldn't wait to get to Detroit. Show me the trap. Call your plug, tell I made 1,000 grams plus 10 more. Front the one, then send 10 more. I love your song 10-4. I got a stew pot, I drop a whole bird on a Kenmore. You know.
I felt like, again, Calico freestyling in the third. Has a pretty good third. You was even repeating some of your bars in the third round that you had said in the first round, like you was repeating them again. You know what I'm saying? Something about your gun on your hip or whatever. Make sure it don't go off. All this was shit you said in round one. You had already, I don't really know why you repeated it, except you just trying to fill up the round and come up with more material. Yeah, so I got Suge first and third. It's not a bad battle. I'll probably give it maybe a 6.5, 7 out of 10. It could have been a little bit better, to be honest with you. I don't know if the energy from just so many battles canceling, you know, niggas really did Calico wrong in this whole event with the no-shows and everything. You see Clean Paper is like one of his closest homeboys on stage and he ain't even battle. It's like crazy that, you know what I'm saying, he left the building, that whole little story. Like I said, no Twerk, no Marv 1, no O-Red, you know, just different reasons why. A lot of that stuff just kills the event. It just makes the energy bad because, you know, they probably don't even know these battles aren't going on until they're in the building and Calico is announcing it, and it's just a downer. And I felt like, you know, obviously Suge wasn't getting a lot of love. People wasn't really reacting to his bars and everything, but I thought Suge good enough to pull away with the victory. So I got Suge 2-1. Y'all let me know what y'all think of the battle in general. But you definitely cannot shortchange yourself on the audio. That's very important in any battle rap event. You got to get the audio and the visual anytime you run in a battle rap league. That's like #1. And the audio ain't terrible, but you know, it's definitely, you could definitely tell they they cut the budget on the audio, and I don't know. You can, so that means all the other battles gonna be the same way. You know what I'm saying? It happened that night of the card. But you know, salute to Cal, salute to Suge, and let me know your thoughts.